Welcome to another ASC CPC training video. This video is the third in the Recipie programming series. In this tutorial, we'll continue with recipe controls. In the last video, you completed segment 1 of the recipe. Starting from that point, we'll continue with segment 2 by adding another segment. On the far right of the screen, click Add Segment. Next, we'll start the heating segment. Move to the temperature rate and value. First, set the rate to 5 degrees. The rate is configured to work per minute. This means that every minute, CPC will move the temperature 5 degrees towards the value we add here. The reference temperature comes from the control TC we added in segment 1. Next, add the temperature goal. Enter 350 for the set point. This tells CPC to move from the current temperature in segment 1 to 350 degrees at a rate of 5 degrees per minute. The next step is to add a watch item to tell CPC when to move to the next segment. This is usually the lower threshold of the specification. As with the previous segment, you'll use a logical operator to configure this property. For this demonstration, select low TC as the watch item. This is the lagging TC in the part thermocouples group. Next, add greater than 340 as the criteria and go as the action. Again, using the Add Segment button, add segment 3. This segment will be the hold segment. At the top is segment time. Adding a value here will hold the previous segment's set points for the time specified here. The time is in hours, H, or minutes, M. Add 2H to this, representing 2 hours. Once the 2 hours has elapsed, this segment will be completed and segment 4 activated. Click Add Segment to add segment 4. Now you will start the cool down. During cooling, the lead and lag TCs swap. The low TC will now be the leading TC for the process. For this demonstration, we'll switch to the high TC to control by the lagging thermocouple. Set the control TC to high TC and the temperature value to 150. This will drive the temperature down to 150 degrees, utilizing the previous rate of 5 degrees per minute. A watch item is needed again here. Since you are cooling at this point, utilize the high TC as the watch item. Next, enter a criterion of less than 160 and an action of go. Add segment 5. Now that the cure has been completed, you can release pressure. You can release pressure at the existing rate by not changing the previous rate from segment 1. Alternatively, you can exit out and depressurize without a rate. Add an X to rate and set the pressure to 0. Add a watch item here for pressure and set the criteria to less than 1 and go as the action. This will tell CPC to wait until the pressure is below 1 psi and then move to the next segment. Add segment 6. This is the final segment. In the segment time, enter End. The end function will stop the recipe operation. That concludes this tutorial. In the next tutorial in the recipe programming series, we'll be covering recipe pass-through, alarms, and recipe preview. Thanks for watching.